the Earth and its companions.
We live on a beautiful planet called the Earth. The Earth moves around the Sun. There are 7 other planets that also move around the Sun. These are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The family of the Sun and the 8 planets is called the Solar System. Planets do not have their own light. They reflect the light that falls on them from the Sun. The planets revolve around the Sun in their fixed path called orbits. A satellite is a heavenly body that revolves around the planets. Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. The Earth is the only planet in the solar system where life exists. The surface of Earth is covered with land and water. It is surrounded by a layer of air called atmosphere. The Earth gets heat and light from the Sun. Air and water support life on the Earth. Shape of the Earth. The Earth looks flat to us, but it is not so. The Earth is round and bulging in the middle, just like an orange. It is slightly flat at the 2 poles. When we see a ship sailing away from the seashore, its lower part disappears first. Its top part is the last to disappear. This is because ship is sailing on a curved surface of the Earth and not on a flat surface. We have photographs of the Earth taken by astronauts from spaceships. Astronauts are the people who go into the space. The Earth is round. Why does it look flat? The Earth is very big. We can see only a small part of it. This small part appears flat to us. Movements of the Earth. The Earth is moving all the time. It has 2 types of movements: rotation, revolution. Rotation of the Earth. The Earth spins like a top around an imaginary line. This line passes through the center of the Earth vertically and joins the 2 poles. This line is called the axis. The spinning of the Earth on its own axis is called rotation. The Earth completes 1 rotation in 24 hours. This rotation causes days and nights on the Earth. Revolution of the Earth. While the Earth rotates on its axis, at the same time it also goes around the Sun. The Earth follows a fixed path during its journey around the Sun. This path is called the orbit of the Earth. The movement of the Earth around the Sun in a fixed orbit is called revolution. The Earth completes 1 revolution in 365 1/4 days. Revolution of the Earth causes seasons. The Sun. The Sun is like a big ball of hot gases and fire. It is a star closest to the Earth. The Sun has its own light and heat. The temperature of the Sun is about 5,400 degrees Celsius. The Earth and other planets get light and heat from the Sun. The Moon. The Moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. It is about 384,400 kilometers away from the Earth. It takes about 27.3 days to complete 1 rotation as well as revolution around the Earth. The Moon does not have any light of its own. It reflects the light of the Sun, and we call this moonlight. There are also huge holes on the Moon's surface. These are called craters. There is no air on the Moon. Phases of the Moon. Every night, the shape of the Moon is different. However, the Moon does not really change its shape. Due to revolution of the Moon around the Earth, the Moon appears to change its shape. The day-to-day changes in the shape of the Moon, as seen from the Earth, are called phases of the Moon. we see that portion of the moon that is lighted due to the sunlight. New moon. When the moon is between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon at all. This is called new moon. It is dark on the new moon night. Crescent moon. When we see a small sunlit portion of the moon's surface, it is called crescent moon. Half moon. When we see half of the moon, it is called half moon. Gibbous moon. When we see more than half of the moon, it is called gibbous moon. Full moon. When we see complete moon, it is called full moon.
The stars. Stars are big heavenly bodies that have their own light. Most of the stars are much bigger than our own sun, but they look so small because they are far away from the earth. We can observe stars with a telescope. The stars are there in the sky all the time, but we are able to see them only at night. This is because during the daytime, the sunlight is brighter than the light of the stars. In the north, we can see a very bright star. It is called the pole star, Dhruv Tara. It is the only stationary star in the sky. It helps to find the north direction. In olden times, when there were no instruments like the magnetic compass, sailors used to take the help of the pole star to find their way. Some stars are arranged in groups and form patterns in the sky. Such groups of stars are called constellations. They form patterns of various animals and objects.
There are about 88 different constellations. Some of them are Ursa Major, the Great Bear, Scorpius, Scorpion, Orion, Hunter, and Leo, Lion. Galaxy. The solar system, stars and constellations together form a galaxy. Our solar system is in a galaxy called the Milky Way. It is spiral in shape. Our solar system is only a small part of the Milky Way galaxy.